He says, in Houston, we always go into the rough with a club. Because he says we never know what we run into. There could be a moccasin in here, there could be a rattlesnake, the alligator. He says you have to be ready to pound the shit out of something.
Yeah, I know.
You come on my against Jack and I? You guys come on my team.
Oh, yeah. He's a 3 handicap. He's going to go with you with 4 handicap. And you guys are going to win money.
Okay, you can bump the ball because it's wet out there. Okay,
Come on, Jack.
Okay.
Let's go, Jack.
Run. We're going to hop on.
Okay.
For Bowden, he lost it to Paul Popeil, up for Preston. Preston clears it into the jet zone. Schoberg missed it, goes back against Laraway, who drives him into the end boards. Ruskowski up with that puck. Terry looking to make a play. Gordie Howe, a shot, he scored! Gordie Howe scored for the Aeros, and that cuts the Winnipeg lead to 3-2. A good play by Laraway in the corner. He took out Schoberg. Ruskowski got it to Gordie Howe, who flipped the low one into the net. A power play goal cuts the Jets' lead to 3-2. Irwin for the Aeros. Trying to get it to Larry Lund. Now checks Nilsson. Nilsson tied up by Glenn Irwin, who gives him a rough ride. Larry Lund got a headlock on him. Here comes Hall. In for Schoberg. Back to Hall. A shot. Rutledge, a miraculous save. Rutledge made a super save. And here's the Aeros pouring it out for Larry Lund. Now up for Andre Hines. Hines in across the line to Larry Lund. Couldn't get to it. Now he's up with that puck to Glenn Irwin. Irwin pokes it in. He's checked by Nilsson. Here's Hall in against Hines. Hines knocked down. Irwin in there. Checks forward. Larry Lund pokes it loose, but here comes Nilsson. Whacked up by Larry Lund, who's going to get a penalty. Here comes Hall in. A shot. He scores! Bobby Hall gives the Jets their 2-goal lead once again as he walked in on left wing and beat Rutledge with a low shot that seemed to fool the Houston goaltender, and that gives the Jets a 4-2 lead. Now Taylor to John Shella. Shella up for Labossiere. Labossiere in across the line, over to Taylor. Taylor in front for Hall, a shot, stopped, they score! The Aeros score! Marty Hall and Labossiere were there, and don't go away yet. The Aeros cut the Jets lead to 4-3 with a minute 23 left. From the summit, this is Houston Aeros hockey. Now here's Hull in for Winnipeg, going for the hat trick. A shot blocked by Schilla. Another try by Hull is wide. It winds up outside the line. Here's Labossiere racing after it. Labossiere in, looking for help. Now to Marty Howe, a shot. Taylor shoots over the top of the net. The Aeros battle for it. They score! They score! They score! Taylor got it! Taylor got it! The Aeros tie it! They're going wild in the summit! The Aeros tie it! The place erupts! They're coming off the bench as the Aeros tie it. Ted Taylor gets the goal. The game is tied at 4-4. 59 seconds left, and this place is in a bedlam.
Keep it going, do you believe it? 59 seconds, you can't let up now. I'll tell you, this game may be going into overtime.
What a play by the Aeros veteran line. Lavoisier, a try. It went over the back of the goal. Marty Howe battled for it. Got
Great.
it in front. Taylor let it go and scored. They're giving the Aeros a standing ovation. And I tell you, we get the goosebumps all over the body and the tingles down the spine.
I'll tell you, they were all standing up here in the summit. The veteran line, who's played so strong this season, they came up with two late in the third period goals to bring this game to 4-4 and 59 seconds left. And I'll tell you, this game could go right down. It's gone into overtime, probably.
Here comes Nielsen in a shot. That's off a leg. It goes to the corner. Irwin in against Hedberg. Now Murray Hall for Taylor. He got it outside the line. Taylor with that puck for the Aeros. Ahead for Lavoisier. Here he comes. Trying to get around the defense. In on goal to Hall. The puck is loose. Covered up now by the Jets, and play is called as they pile up around that Winnipeg goal. And oh, they almost got another one. Unbelievable action tonight. Unbelievable.
Moving down that left side, and he put a couple of moves on a defenseman and almost worked his way into that net. I almost thought he was going to get a penalty call there in that one. Those last two goals within 24 seconds.
Here's a face-off to the right of Larson. They get the draw to Frank Hughes. Backhanded shot. It's blocked. Larry Lund in the corner. He looks to make a play. He's tied up. There'll be a face-off. 5 seconds left in regulation time. We're tied at 4-4, and suddenly the pendulum is swung over.
So
The
Marty
momentum
Howe,
with the Aeros.
Marty Howe picking up a goal at 18:37, and then Teddy Taylor at 19:01.
Larry Lund on the draw against Mats Lind. Now Lind a little over anxious. They drop the puck. Larry Hale shoots. He scores! Larry Hale! Larry Hale scores! Larry Hale scores! They're coming off the bench. They're coming off the bench. And who? Who would have thought Larry Hale? Larry Hale gets his first goal. And they all come off the bench. Bill Deneen is laughing over at the Aeros bench. 2 seconds left in the hockey game, and this place is in a bedlam. Larry Hale scores. The Aeros are going to win it 5-4, and the Jets are dejected. Oh, what a game by the Aeros. Bill Deneen pats Larry Hale, the Bossier. The Aeros win. The Aeros win. They come off and congratulate Wayne Rutledge. What a victory by the Aeros. They trailed all night. Hit Gordie Howe. Ron Graham kicked out of that game. And that bunch of Houston Aeros of the Happy Hockey Club in one of the most unbelievable, exciting, thrilling, down to the wire finishing hockey games you've ever seen.
called me, he said, the success I had was because the fact that I was so old, he made me feel good, and I made him feel good, and he said it was nice to have a grandpa around. But in the interviews, they were pouring the champagne on your head, and I was trying to take in the scene because the joy which I can see through other eyes, sometimes you can feel that inside. So I'm sitting there, and then the camera's thrown in front of my face with a mic, and champagne hit me in the eye, and boy, did that burn. I said, it's almost easier to drink this stuff. But it was, I don't know, it doesn't happen too often. There's only one winner, and when you win it, I think you should really cherish it, because my last winning season was in 1955, and it's been a long time coming.